This happens a lot in this game. It happens more often than I've insulted Call of Duty on this channel. And for those new here, I think Call of Duty is like the Nurse Ratched of video game franchises. Unlike most Zelda games with your standard swords as your weapon of choice, Breath of the Wild gives you a range of weapons to choose from. It includes things like the lethal mop or ladle weapons, some of my personal favorites. Shields and bows are also varied in this game. We can use the undefeated pot lid in battle. It is the only thing that will prevent you from being clobbered by Bonesaw. But even a defensive mechanism as strong as Fort Knox is susceptible to breaking. For a game that we have all enjoyed for 6 years, holy shit, this game's been out for a while, so many weapons have bitten the dust. Weapons in this game are about as easy to break as your heart when you are dating Leo and you've just turned 25. So with the new game Tears of the Kingdom coming out, or maybe it's already out, I don't really know, I don't really have a schedule here, or dignity here. I thought it would be good to talk about one of Breath of the Wild's most notorious features. The main question is, why do weapons break so easily in Breath of the Wild? I'll also go into details as to my opinion on it, and whether it should be in Tears of the Kingdom or not, and why Call of Duty is pussy stinky shit. But the main question is, why do they break so easily? And a good way to start answering that is to compare Breath of the Wild to the other games and the weapons you get in the games. In Ocarina of Time, there are 3 swords and 1 slap in the face insult from this dumb fuck. In Breath of the Wild, there are 127 weapons. I don't know that for a fact, I just kinda Google it and we'll just trust it. I have no chance in finding all 127 weapons, just like a 26-year-old has no chance with Leo. The bows and shields are also high numbers. And like back in Ocarina of Time, for example, you just have the fairy bow, that's it for your bow. The amount of weapons to choose from is higher than Snoop gets on a Friday night. I mean, it's ridiculous. And you are constantly finding these weapons throughout your journey, you're always refilling your stock weapons. It doesn't take long in the game to have an issue with inventory. No, Hetsu, you do not need any more Korok seeds. I mean, how many turrets can you even fit into these Makaras anyways? I mean, those things are not that big. Are you just shoving these Korok seeds, the rest of them just shove them right up your ass for pleasure or something? Ah, goddammit, man. So it is natural when playing this game to have the need to move on to more weapons. Having the weapons break that easily helps streamline this process. The game wants you to check out all the weapons, strategically pick the ones you bring to battle, and what ones you preserve for the long haul. And this concept isn't something unknown either, or at least to these games. Weapons like the Goron knife break, or the Razor's sword gets dull. In real life, weapons break all the time. Yes, even the god tier robustness called the soup ladle in the kitchen will see its time come. So it does make some sense that bashing these weapons into enemies would cause weapons to fail from time to time. Now, weapons get dull or usually take longer to break would make a little more sense, but I do get why the weapons breaking isn't something completely abnormal. Things always break in real life. Like, sorry mom for breaking that ugly ass lamp many years ago. It was gonna shatter into a million pieces at some point though. Even things that you can't really see can break, like the will of the Call of Duty fans to keep buying their crap games. I think at this point it's less the details of why things break, but simply that items like the weapons break, and it's not unheard of to include this feature in this game. In terms of a video game though, I think the biggest reason why they include in this game is to annoy us. Like, you got the Royal Broadsword and you're ready to kick some moblin butt, and then after you vanquish 4 of them, the shit just breaks. It's about as fragile as most douchey YouTubers' egos. It's on the cusp of breaking even when it's brand new. You are required to bring several weapons to battle every time you face off against a stronghold, fully understanding that you will not leave this fight with that many weapons. It sucks honestly knowing the arsenal of weapons you gathered is basically wasted. A lone perk is that you get all the weapons back when you are fighting said stronghold, as the enemies will drop a lot of them. The stronghold probably has as many weapons as Leo has had girlfriends under 25. But the amount of happiness I have about this feature is about the amount of girlfriends that Leo has had over 25. It's just non-existent. Tears of the Kingdom is well on its way, or I have no idea when this video's coming out, maybe it's already here. And I do hope it fixes this issue. Like, having the weapons be a bit more durable, or a way to repair some of your top weapons would be ideal. I don't want this useless pile of scrap metal, which is surprisingly more useful than Call of Duty games. I want to use my weapons consistently on my adventures. This is where I need to take a moment to talk about the Master Sword. This weapon does not break, but instead gets tired. Which is fine, we all need to sleep from time to time, or dream about sleeping. Hell, as you're watching this video right now, I'm either doing one of those two things, because I am always doing one of those two things actually. But yes, the Master Sword is a weapon that does not break and you can use pretty regularly. Anyone playing this game, I highly recommend you make getting the Master Sword your top priority. It's in the forest when, like Bayside Tradition, like right next to the Deku Tree and stuff. You need 13 hearts to get it, but just grind out a few shrines, actually not that hard to get 13. So yeah, I know this is a rant about weapons that are completely useless, but here's some actual information that you can all note down and learn from the game. Get the Master Sword as soon as you can. At least you can take something from this rant. So yeah, I'm not sure what's in store for Tears of the Kingdom. Or perhaps you're watching Tears of the Kingdom footage right now and somehow managed to grab some of it. I don't fucking know. I do hope the weapons don't break as easily though. Sure, the kind of realistic challenge and needing to replace your weapons isn't an awful game mechanic, but it sure is an annoying one. Like, the limited amount of swings a sword can take is the same as the limited age as Leo's girlfriend. It's a number that is disgustingly low.